Hi there, my name is Navida Dolopo and I'm a licensed acupuncturist. I've been in practice since 1999 and I practice in beautiful Laguna Hills in Orange County, California. Today I'm going to present to you my 97th video for my Chinese medical practice. This testimonial is on my website at elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. My testimonials are sectioned in three sections. The first one is fertility, pregnancy, and labor. And the second one is on internal health issues, and the third one is on pain. Yesterday I did my 96th video, and that was on wrist pain. That was a great testimonial that I wanted to share because it explains how aggressive that female athletes, she's a weightlifter, she's a trainer, and she does a lot of kickboxing, and she explains what we had to do in order to heal from wrist pain. In this case, we're going to talk about foot pain, and this is actually I think a two-parter because he did write a testimonial before, and then he rewrote it. So if I remember, this is a pretty lengthy testimonial. I'll try to give this try to keep it short and sweet. But it's this one is near and dear to my heart because it took me 10 years. Took me 10 years to earn, and I'm very proud of it. If you go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, and if you go to pain for testimonials and you go to foot, this is where it is. He wrote this on February 10, 2018, and I'm grateful to have earned 5 stars. I currently have 251 plus Yelps and a bunch of other testimonials that are directly from my website. The reason why I share this is so that people see what Chinese medicine can do. I've been in practice since 1999. I started studying in 1994, and I've had the privilege to see Chinese medicine evolve over the years. So that's why you see my website is basically all results oriented. In case you're wondering, why does she keep talking about how many Yelps? Because there was a time when people didn't believe acupuncture works. So until this day, I'm still just saying, this is what I've done, this is what I do, this is what I've done, all based on my patients' testimonials. So let's see, when he wrote this, it was I think he was my 200th Yelp. He wrote, my gosh, 100 reviews and a solid 5-star establishment. Truth is, Anna deserves 1,000 times 1,000 5-star reviews. I think that's really sweet. I've seen Anna for 3 separate issues over the last 10 years. My first encounter with her was to deal with chronic foot pain. Daily foot massages were the only relief I could find for what I was accepting as a part of life. The hour-long massages would only produce a couple of hours of relief, usually just enough to fall asleep. Anna's name started to circulate around the office, and each testimony made me more and more curious. You see why I do these testimonials? Because it gets people thinking. Eventually, I took the information and made an appointment to get stuck with needles. Come on, you know that's how you think of acupuncture. As with all new clients, Anna will sit down and explain a bunch of stuff to you about insurance, care, health, nutrition, and costs. Back then, years ago, I took insurance. I walked away from the insurance game in 2008. She's remarkably gentle, caring, and reassuring. That reassurance is a spirit of encouragement, surrounded by an immense amount of confidence. With an incredible smile, she will ask if you want to move forward. After dealing with the foot pain for decades, I was willing to try anything. She just made that decision a lot easier. Getting stuck with the needles was less painless than I anticipated. And once I experienced relief from the pain, I was eager to keep going. Each visit produced more and more relief, with the time between the foot pain's return growing further and further apart. So basically, he was pretty aggressive with his treatments, but the improvement between dates of treatments got to be longer. Eventually, the pain was completely gone, and I suspended visits to her before we completed the calculated number of visits. I became a believer of Eastern medicine. 10 years had passed since that first experience when I started to have issues with restless leg syndrome, RLS. Some quick research online sent me into a depression, as most reports stated there is no cure for RLS. Recommendations for relief were all a no-go option for me. The nights of poor to no sleep were beginning to impact my days. I was again desperate for relief. Eventually, acupuncture came to mind. I went frantically searching for that girl's information again. Eventually, I found Anna's information buried on my hard drive and texted her. Thank God she was still in business, still in Orange County, and somehow remembers me. I tend to not forget patients. I've been in practice for 21 years, and I can remember patients' cases. I think most really good practitioners are like that. An appointment was made, and I spent almost every other day in her office for about 2 weeks before I was 100% pain-free and satisfied. I'm going to repeat that because this is similar to the wrist video I did yesterday. Please watch that wrist video. So what did he say? He started having restless leg syndrome. It was very aggressive. The impact it was having on his life was very intense. And he said that he had an appointment with me and spent every other day in my office for about 2 weeks before I was 100% pain-free and satisfied. I'll break that down later, okay? My third and latest experience with Anna was about a year later. I must have bruised the sole of my foot hiking or something. After waiting nearly 3 months for the foot to heal so that I could walk normally, I decided to see Anna again. Having a better understanding of how acupuncture works by this point, I knew that stimulating the nerves would accelerate the healing process. This injury seemed to be a bit more stubborn to heal. The sessions were long, more frequent, and more than expected before the last 20% of pain dissipated. Okay, before I move forward, let me just break this part down. He knew this was our third go round. It was about 10 years now that he's been working with me. The first time 10 years before, then it was 10 years and then another year after. He said that he knew acupuncture was going to work. This injury seemed to be a bit more stubborn to heal. The sessions were long. I want a minimum of 45 minutes, but my patients will stay hours if I don't need the table because the treatment needs to be at least 45 minutes. And if I can squeeze more time out of you, an hour or so or longer, I guarantee 45 minutes, but if you don't need to go anywhere and I don't need to go and I don't need the table, you are welcome to stay there so I can heal you. I can get the healing process moving faster. The sessions were long, more frequent, and more than expected before the last 20% of pain dissipated, meaning that it took me a while to graduate him. Graduate means 100%, which I will break down in a few minutes. Anna and acupuncture is 343 in my book. That's more success stories than I ever got from modern medicine and or doctors. I hope this testimony, along with the 100 others, at this point it was actually 200, Yelp tends to filter out videos, but it's testimonials, which is okay because I tend to copy and paste most of them onto my website. I hope this testimony, along with the 100 others before me, encourages you to give Anna a call. Okay. I had written on the website my 2 cents. I'll read it to you. I forgot what I wrote, so hopefully it's something pertinent. This review brings me to tears. To say that I'm very appreciative of my patients is an understatement. I'm very grateful that I chose this field. I'm very grateful that I stuck it out even when the going got tough, which it did many times. It seems like the last 19 years just flew by. I am now in practice 21 years. This was 2 years ago. And it may seem to the readers that since I have a lot of Yelps and testimonials on my websites, that this medicine must have come easily for me. I must have always kept my faith. I must have always believed in this medicine. I'll just say here in a nutshell, it was not easy. I lost my faith a few times. I fell a few times. I was disheartened more than I can count. I never thought I could make a living with Chinese medicine, but here I am. Believe in your dreams. They do come true. My greatest gratitude to everyone who has ever believed in me and has given me a chance to stick you with acupuncture needles and share a few words of wisdom. Above all, I am thankful to my family and mentors who see greatness in me, even when I have ever doubted myself. So I think that's how touched I was by this testimonial, because it did take me 10 years to earn it. We got tremendous results with the first time, but we got tremendous results with the second time. And for us to do a third time, and that's when he decided, you know what, I'm going to write a testimonial. Number one, it's proof in the pudding for other patients, people who want to hire an acupuncturist, or maybe me, to know some cases are harder than others, and it's going to take time. And hopefully to my colleagues, I teach a class called The Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists. It's a side business that I have, and I share with other acupuncturists that we need to make sure that we set clear expectations. So what are these clear expectations? In my practice, this is what I share with my patients. If you go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, you'll see videos, accountability part 4. I did this 4 times because I want people to really understand the message. Many times I cannot heal a person in one session. If it's acute and it just happens, yeah, I could probably do it. But I won't even guarantee that, because I like to underpromise and overdeliver. I might need 2 to 5 treatments. In some cases, I might need 5 to 15 treatments, and in some cases, I might need 15 to 100 treatments. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I shared it in the video, I think a few days ago, a different one where a woman texted me. Oh, I did my 95th video on bacterial vaginosis, and you can watch that video. But I shared that a woman texted me 2+ weeks ago asking me if I can treat her internal health issue in one session. And I said no, and she was confused why I said no. She was wondering, why can't you treat me in one session and fix it? That's not how this works, and I'm never going to say that. I've never said it since 1999, and I'm never going to say that. Just because I don't know how you heal. With this particular case, he had the foot pain, he had the restless leg syndrome, and then we had another, an issue with the sole of the feet. And each time it took me more than one session. None of the needles go to the feet. Like, if there's pain in the foot, like the bottom of the foot, I'm more than likely 99% of the time pain did not go in the foot. So today a woman came in for knee pain. She got 70% improvement on the table. I put the needles somewhere else, not in the knee. I went to her arm, in the opposite arm. So in my other videos, I really talk about balance method. I won't really describe it here, but basically that's the style I do. I tell people, if you go under once a week, expect nothing. It's like learning a language. You take a 3-hour course and then that's it. That's it. But if you go once a week to class, 2 or more times a week to class for a prolonged period of time, you will get results. So I tell people, if you go once a week, I expect 30 to 70% within 2 to 4 months. I think I said it a different way. I think in some of my videos I might have said 30 to 80% at least within 2 to 4 months. But, I want to see something changing. 30 to 70 or 80% within 2 to 4 months if you're going once a week. If you go 2 or more times a week, I want to see 30 to 80% within 2 to 6 weeks. So obviously, the more aggressive you are, the faster we can see results, so then you can heal faster, so you can get results faster. When you're at 100% for 2 weeks, go another 100% at once a week. So that means when you're at 100% for 4 weeks, and I write this down, you don't have to memorize it. When you're at 100% for 4 weeks, continue going once a month for 5 to 9 months until you fully graduate. So if you want more details about how I can help you, feel free to go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. And if you'd like, you can give me a call on my office landline at 949-305-1703, or you can text me at 619-341-4341. If you have neck pain, in this case, foot pain, restless leg syndrome, wrist pain, you go to my website, you'll see a bunch of things. I'm rebranding my other 2 websites onto my new one. My old websites are moveyourqi.com and committedtobetterme.com. But everything is going on elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. Hopefully that information up there is sufficient for you to understand that I'm pretty adept at treating many types of cases. and I look forward to hearing you. You can hearing from you. You can schedule directly online, or you can contact me. I get back to text much faster. Okay, take care and have a great night.